Christmas, I think it's a time to reflect with friends and family and be able to gather around, in our case, on game day. The whole thing is just a special time of year.
49ers running back Christian McCaffrey has a lot to be joyful about this holiday season. He leads the league in rushing, and he says it comes with great appreciation for the sacrifices made by his teammates.
The later I get in this league, the more I realize how special it is to have guys that are willing to do the things that other people aren't willing to do. It is an obligation and a rightful one to give back to them.
Hey, thanks, Lamar.
Gifting, an NFL tradition where skill players buy Christmas gifts for the big boys up front. But this year, Christian added a few more names to the list.
You know, normally you give gifts for the offensive line, right? But in this offense, man, everybody's blocking, everybody's doing so much to help out the run game. I had to give every single person a new pair of PXG clubs with the custom name, custom number. I'm fired up about it, so hopefully in the offseason we can all get together and swing them a little bit.
I've gifted before, and it's not easy, right? Like, I've gifted for the O-line.
Yeah.
And what are 12 guys going to like? I couldn't imagine getting something for the whole offense. At what point were you just like, I'm going to go with every group?
When you turn the tape on, you can see the love that we have for each other. It's hard to say that it's just the O-line.
Right behind a huge block.
We have the best blocking tight end I've seen in my life. And then you have the best fullback in the league.
That is a launch block right there.
Receivers who are blocking 7 yards downfield.
Ayuk gets an absolute pancake.
You got a quarterback who's following you 7 yards down the field to help you up. It's too close of a team when you look at the tape to just give it to the O-line.
What is it about this offense, and I don't mean from a scheme standpoint at all, I mean about the men that make up this unit. What is it about them that makes this offense so special?
There's a huge emphasis on doing things right without the ball in your hand, and I think that's such a sign of love for one another. When I look at Brandon Ayuk blocking 70 yards down the field, I know that he cares about me. I'll do anything for that guy forever.
On Friday, 3 days before Christmas, McCaffrey gave the offense their gifts, a custom set of PXG golf clubs.
He's from McCaffrey? Hey, CMC? That's sick.
The best Christmas gift ever, man. Christian McCaffrey, the man.
Come on, man. We'll have to play in the offseason.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Get you
sir.
out there. Football, to me, is the best example of love because you don't have to say a word. You show everybody every single time you're out on that field, whether you care or not. And what's special about this team is if you're not like that, you become an outcast. You don't end up playing, and it's pretty fun to be a part of.
That's a good teammate right there, Christian McCaffrey. It was kind of sad. I asked during the commercial break, I asked Teddy, what was the best present you ever got on one of your teams? And he said, linebackers don't get presents. It makes me sad. But you said Tom did get you.
We got Uggs for
You
a
got
lot of guys.
Uggs, which I'm sure
the
were
O-line,
free.
the O-line has to be taken care of.
Just the O-line.
Has to be
Okay,
taken
well,
care
not
of.
there. And Christian was getting it for everybody. Rex, you got us all Uggs one year. I appreciated that. Just showing the love.
What I'm getting for you this year.
Uh-oh.
What? Nothing.
Nothing. Because we got a little surprise later in the show. But let's talk about this game tomorrow night because it feels like a Christmas gift to all of us.
Yep.
Ravens and 49ers. Randy, you think this is a Super Bowl preview?
Yeah. Yes, just give you just straight answer. Yes, and the reason why is because the play of the quarterbacks. You know, when you look at what Purdy's doing and when you look at what Lamar Jackson's doing both for their clubs, and you're talking about the MVP discussion and things like that, I think it will be on full display tomorrow with both quarterbacks. But if there's both quarterbacks, but if there's one particular that I'm looking at, I have to be looking at Lamar Jackson and what he's doing for his offense. He's going to have to evade that rush with the 49ers tomorrow, but it's just something that he's been dealing with all season, and that's injuries. You know, last week, Keaton Mitchell going down for the year with a torn ACL. At the beginning of the year, Dobbins going down, Staley having some trouble. So I just like everything that Harbaugh has been doing with this team, mainly Lamar Jackson, him just leading his team. Hey, they're being quiet, but they're still winning games. Got them both sitting at 11-3. I'm excited about this game tomorrow.
You know, the thing to me, if you're the Niners, it's not just good enough to, you know, get pressure on the quarterback. Brew, you and I were talking about it yesterday. It's like, you better get him down. This man has rushed for like almost 40 first downs. Like, it's crazy. He's taken off and given his team, that's basically 40 extra possessions. You can have great coverage, you can have a great rush, and then it's the things that he does. And all of a sudden, it's like Lamar being Lamar. He doesn't just beat you with his arm, he can beat you with his legs, his mind. It's like, oh my goodness. But these two guys, I mean, the MVP, in my opinion, is coming. One of these quarterbacks has to win this MVP.
This game has huge implications on the MVP. I mean, who's going to come out, who's going to play better, what team's going to win, all of that's going to be looked at. There are matchups everywhere, everywhere to watch in this game. The one that I'm most excited about is the San Francisco 49er play-action game against the intermediate defenders of the Baltimore Ravens. Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen, Kyle Hamilton, those type of guys, because how many times do we talk about, look at this play action by the San Francisco 49ers. Everybody's sucking up and all the easy plays they have behind them. They do such a good job of reading with their keys, being back in coverage and preventing those crossers and easy throws to the flat. Huge matchup. Those backers are so good in Baltimore.
By the way, if this were the Super Bowl matchup, would anybody mind?
No.
Be a great matchup, right? We've got great
Detroit,
teams, great lines, great offenses, defenses, MVP candidates, all this going to be decided. Let me tell you how consumed the 49ers are with Lamar Jackson. I flew out to San Francisco on Tuesday, just for the day. Had a couple of things to go over. And I went over to the 49ers building to go see Kyle Shanahan. And I waited a few hours to go see him. Never saw him. He called me the next morning after I flew on the red eye and apologized to me that they were trying to figure out ways to slow down Lamar. So I flew across the country. I tried to see a guy that I've known since he was a little boy, and he never had time for me because he was so busy trying to come up with ways to try to slow down Lamar Jackson.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, Adam Schefter.
I got toasted.
And I'm gonna tell you maybe the reason why he couldn't get to you. Last week, going against the Arizona Cardinals, the San Francisco 49ers gave up 230 yards rushing to the Arizona Cardinals. Well, who did they face tomorrow? The number one rushing football team in all of the National Football League. So that's why he didn't get back.
And they had some assignment breakdowns, some scheme breakdowns. There were times where the Cardinals make the 49ers run defense look silly. If the 49ers play tomorrow night the way they did against Arizona, Baltimore's going to run wild.
One name I have to mention before this conversation's end is Justin Madubuike. Okay.
You just love saying his name.
The interior, this guy has gotten sacks probably in the last 11 or 12 games, at least half a sack, okay? He is playing so well. Purdy with up the middle pressure. Look for that because that really gets him off his spot and gives him problem. But what a great year by Madubuike.
Yeah, and it's funny because both these teams are 1 and 2 in points allowed on defense. All right, but I'm telling you, Baltimore has the edge. That Baltimore defense, that pass rush in particular, I think is it's the best unit I think on the field.
But to your point, I am a little concerned if they let Kyler Murray run all over them and you're getting a better version of Kyler Murray out there tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Merry Christmas to us all getting to see this game tomorrow. But yesterday, our guy
CJ progressing through the concussion protocol, and is there optimism that we could see him next week?
Yeah, CJ's doing well. He's progressing along. We were able to get him in the meetings, over Friday, so it was good to see him in the meetings. It's just lifted the spirits of everyone.
Now, in this season of backup quarterbacks, a lot of backups will try to go into games and not mess up. Case Keenum, what type of quarterback is he?
Hey, you have a guy, Case, who just that veteran presence, the leadership, the confidence that he just exudes to our entire team. I love having Case in there, and for him, it's not about messing up. It's about letting it rip, playing with confidence, right, and making sure he rallies the locker room.
Now, the other quarterback on the other side, Joe Flacco, you do have a little bit of a history. I do believe sack, interception. Is that do you remember taking him down?
I do remember taking him down, but unfortunately, I can't go out there today. So, Joe, man, so much respect for Joe, and just throughout his career, always true professional, true competitor, always loved competing against him. And here we are again competing. I just want our guys, our defense to go out and play fast, play aggressive, and see how many turnovers can we force against Joe.
Thank you, Tamiko. Good luck.
Right, thank you.
Shout out to Flacco, still getting it done. Time now for Seconds to Schefter. Take it away, Adam.
Well, Sam, Kimberly mentioned it's the season of the backup quarterback, and the backup quarterback, Mason Rudolph, stepped into the starting role yesterday. And after the game, leading the Steelers to the victory, Cameron Hayward gave him a game ball, said it was the best Christmas present he got since getting a treehouse when he was 12 years old. Last night, the Chargers officially eliminated from the playoffs in a game in which Stephon Diggs didn't go over 100 yards for a 9th straight game. Afterwards, he posted on Instagram, he said, at least we're winning. And lastly, Julian Love, the Seahawks safety, Defensive Player of the Week last week. His wife had a baby yesterday, flew separately to Tennessee. He'll be out there today with his Seahawks teammates.
Oh, congratulations. What a Christmas gift that is. It's time now for a special Christmas edition of You Got Moss. There's last week's winner, Nick Cross, but we've got some video we need to show you because this week, Zay Flowers and the Ravens tried to explain after their game to their head coach, John Harbaugh, what a mossing looks like. Take a look.
Coach Harbaugh asking some players.
Head top.
What does that mean?
Head top.
When you Randy somebody catch the ball on their head,
It's like getting
go
mossed.
over top of
So
it.
it's like, yeah, it's basically like you dunking on someone. He really confused though, like he didn't really know what it was.
Oh, okay, now I got it. That's nice to know. Thank you. I feel like now I'm kind of in. I got it.
Randy Moss invented it, so
Randy's the man.
yeah, he the man.
No debate there, but I will say shout out to John Harbaugh for asking, for having the courage to ask. Yes, it's a little mossing, that's all. Randy, what do you have for us? I know we have a special Christmas edition.
We do have a Christmas edition, but hey, man, another shout out to Coach Harbaugh and the Baltimore Ravens because I will be celebrating Christmas watching you guys